Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. You guys know I was under the weather. I'm getting better as the day passes, but my throat is still not back 100%, okay? But let's get into this video, honey, because we know that Riri House was a recent target. We know that Ivana Lette Ortiz fired some shots at Rihanna's house, and the internet, they have been talking. Many people have been doing critical thinking. And I think it is good because one thing I've always noticed with the internet is that the internet will solve a case months ahead of the police department, because when we come together as a collective, we are very powerful. And this is why oftentimes you see them play these little mind games with us to keep us divided and attacking each other, because together as a collective, we are very powerful when we come together, when we pull our hands and hearts and minds together. We are powerful and the possibilities are endless. So I've been looking at what the internet has been saying, what many people think about this, and many people are not taking this as just a rare accident from a crazy woman. Because when you look at some of the questions that people are asking, right? Like, for example, yes, they saw her on social media. She has been calling Riri's name, but she has been specific with calling Rihanna's name. She wasn't just saying Rihanna. She has been specific, talking about getting Rihanna deleted. And God is going to kill Rihanna. And when God kills Rihanna, God is going to lift her up and all of that jazz, right? No, we also know that she has been calling other celebrities' name, such as Cardi B and I think Beyonce, right? Not only that, she has a history. This woman has a past like none other. She has a history known to be violent and aggressive. She was married. Her husband divorced her because she would attack the husband, try to delete this man. And then when she did that and she failed, she would go to the police and report her husband for domestic abuse. But when the police investigate, what they would see is the husband is the one who is being abused. And as such, the police, they had committed her to the psych ward because it's not the first time she's having a shooting incident. But what is very questionable about this woman's past and the shooting incident from before? Why can't we find the records of them? Why aren't we able to see the records of them? Yes, she has incidents from the past where she has done similar things, right? And as such, many critics believe that this woman was intentionally used to target Riri. And if you listen to the 911 dispatch call, the police department said suspects because they believe that Ivana Lette Ortiz alone, driving from Florida to California, finding Riri's house, and not just finding Riri's house. The Airstreamer was parked on the property, and she targeted the Airstreamer specifically. 3 bullets, boom, 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 right? So it's as though she went there. It's not even if it's as though she went there with the direct intent to either kill or shake up Riri. Remember that one of the bullets got inside Rihanna's house, and inside Rihanna, on Rihanna's property, there's a guest house. There's Rihanna's mansion and the Airstreamer, and there were 2 other neighbors whose house got, bullets on their gates as well. 10 shots fired completely. 10 people were on Riri's property. Rihanna and Aprocky was in the Airstreamer trailer. But the thing is this, right? Many critics believe that this woman was sent to give Rihanna a wake-up call. Someone wants something from Riri behind the scenes, and it's a fight, and they believe that this woman was used and deliberately sent to shake up Riri. This is what we can do if you don't do or give us what we want. No, The other thing is this, right? Ever since that LVMH story came out about them cutting ties from Riri, they're going to sell their shares because the collaboration on the clothing brand, it wasn't successful because it was released around the time of the pandemic. And you know that everyone was locked inside and everyone was doing their loungewear. Ever since that LVMH story came out, many people have been saying they don't like that story from LVMH because ever since then, there has been negative press, surrounding Riri. They're going to sell their shares and all of that jazz. But even though, I'm going to say this, even though LVMH said that they were going to cut ties with Riri and they're cutting ties and they're looking to sell their shares, right? Fenty Beauty was still registering successful growth in comparison to the competitors. So as such, LVMH could say they're going to sell because even though their collaboration wasn't successful, the brand is still a viable brand. It is still a productive brand and it's still feasible, still lucrative for the market, right? So there was not any problem with them wanting to sell. But we have noticed that ever since then, things have seemed to gone downhill because after that, there were some Fenty Beauty products that were on sale and many people were saying, oh, Rihanna is down bad. Fenty Beauty product is on sale. And I'm like, that's not new. That has always happened. So why is it that people are acting this way towards Riri all of a sudden? And then I noticed that whenever I upload a video, we would always do videos on here about Riri. I've never ever seen any negative comments. Not once. But all of a sudden, I would do videos on Riri and I would see multiple negative comments. It was like bots attacking the videos consistently and I would have to be deleting the comments, blocking those people because the comments were mean and cruel. Like, she brought down Chris Brown, she's gonna pay, Rihanna is gonna die, she's evil, she should die. And it was just comments of, I don't think those were people. I think they were bots wishing death on Riri. And it was so heavy and so horrible that I've been saying it to my subscribers and my viewers. I've been saying to them, guys, there is a orchestrated attack against Riri, and I've observed the pattern and I've been watching it for the past couple of months, and I want you guys to observe it too, because I'm saying if it was screaming at me so loud, honey, I wanted to bring other people's attention to it. So I was telling my subscribers, guys, look out in the comment section. Something is not right. Someone is orchestrating an attack against Riri. And anyone who has been keeping up over here, you can go back to those videos and you guys can hear me. Evil videos from 3 weeks ago, I think was one of my latest videos on Riri. You would hear me saying someone is orchestrating the takedown of Rihanna. You remember if you guys remember when Jay-Z's name came out in that Epstein file? And I looked at the file and I said, there's something suspicious about this Epstein file, right? And I noticed that the Epstein file was edited. And now it is coming out that the files were edited. They put in and they inserted and they extracted a lot of details out of the files. And many people are revealing that. Many of the experts are revealing that the files have been actually manipulated. But I was the first one to look at the top. You can see that the file was manipulated. And when they had Jay-Z name in the file, I said, this is fishy, because why is it that the allegations in the Epstein file against Jay-Z is mirroring the allegations of the VMA Bandit lawsuit, right? I want you to bear with me for a second, right? So I noticed that in that week, and then in the same week, there was an attack against Riri consistently. And I was saying it on the same video, and I said, something is not adding up. Something weird is coming. And if I was Riri, and I hope that Riri is noticing this too, I've been saying it because I could see the pattern. And I said, this So, I've been saying ever since then, I can see Jay-Z's orchestrated takedown. I can see it. It's being orchestrated. And I can see that they're slowly doing the same thing to Rihanna. But remember I said Jay-Z is no innocent, Abby. We know that. But the allegations against Jay-Z in the Epstein file, it was not making any sense in my opinion. And then I had a subscriber in my comment section who said, yes, it's true. What you're saying, you're correct. Because even at a time that Pusha T's name is mentioned in the Epstein file, Pusha T was in high school, never in those circles. And besides, Epstein doesn't really like dark-skinned people. So I said, I can understand Jay-Z's statement, but I cannot understand why is it that they're out to get Rihanna? What is it they want from Riri? But I said I could read the patterns because when they were doing the takedown of Kanye West, there were the same patterns. Many people believe that Kanye West takedown is because of Kanye's mouth, whether Kanye said something or not. What happened to Kanye would have happened to Ye. They would have done it other ways because it was happening long before that. And if you notice, when they were telling Kanye to leave the United States, go away, and we don't want to see you, you're a horrible this to society, and you hate black people, you hate Jewish people, you hate white people. And when Kanye left America, what did they do? They followed Kanye. Did they give Kanye peace? No. Everywhere Kanye turned, they were there. And if you guys remember, it got so much out of hand that Kanye had to start videoing Harley Pasternak following him around. And if Kanye never did that, there wouldn't have been a break in Kanye's life. It was so bad that Candace Owens even did a video saying, you guys told him to leave the US. You guys told him that you don't want to see him. He went out of sight, out of mind, and everywhere he goes, you guys are still following him around. You all need to leave him alone, right? And then I could see the same thing happening to Riri, because I could see the comments like it was the moment I dropped the video. If I drop a Rihanna video, it was boom, 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 boom. And I said, no, I need to bring this to other people's attention. So the moment that I started saying it in every video, and I said, you guys, you need to watch out. Look at the comments that they're making about Rihanna. Click on these people handle. And when you click on their handle and it takes you, you know how they create a YouTube account and it takes you to their YouTube page? It was given the sense that these people were bots. Many of the accounts were newly created because I've been tracking them. So something is up. Someone sent a warning to Riri. We don't know what it is about, but I do believe that this woman, she has a terrible past, a real terrible, horrible past. And her past is questionable because how is it that the police department knows that this woman is so horrible? She has pew-pewed at people before. She has assaulted people before, and she's out here walking around free. She's not in a conservatorship. It's as though they left her alone so that they could use her at a later date. Her past is horrible. She has a criminal record, right? It's not once, it's not twice, it's not 3 times. They had to put her in an involuntary hold. They involuntarily institutionalized that woman. That's how crazy she is. So when someone is that crazy and when someone is known to be mentally unwell and handling weapons, it was questionable to me, why was this woman loose? Why was this woman free? Right? And oftentimes when you hear that these people remains free, if you do a deep dive, you're going to see a connection with her, someone in the government, or a politician somewhere. You mark my word. But I believe the shooter was sent as a warning to Rihanna. They think it might be a random act, and it seems as though it might be a random act, but I think it could potentially be a warning to Riri. And I would say, Riri, get your own personal private investigator on this case. Do not rely on the police department alone, because things are very sketchy when it comes to this woman, Ivana Lette Ortiz. It is so questionable. Why is she so free knowing that she's so crazy? That part I cannot wrap my head around. But that's all I want to talk about for this video. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled, and many people believe that this is very suspicious, and I believe the same too. But I'm going to keep my eyes peeled, and once there's an update, I'm going to come back and provide you guys with an update once it becomes available. Let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.